Guys, it's really disappointing that I even need to say this, but joking and gooning in my classroom is strictly prohibited, okay? And whoever's phone that was, please turn it off. Okay, no phones, no gooning, no joking.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. I have a few clips we are going to be going over today, and let's go ahead and let's just jump right into it. And hey, how's it going? My name's Ratboi. Let's do it.
The last time I checked, there were over 14,000 comments, with 93% of men saying that they would date a woman who made more than them. Again, this is for people who are 40 and older women. Would you date somebody, a man who made less than you?
What?
This is a very interesting question because ultimately the answer is that men just do not care. See, it doesn't matter how much money a woman makes. She's not going to spend a whole lot of it on a man. Okay, she's going to keep most of it, spend it on herself. It is going to be men that are usually going to take the initiative to spend money on their the one they're in a relationship with. Okay. You can even look on social media right now. Women are flipping their shit over having to go 50-50. Okay, don't ask them to go 50-50. They will not go 50-50. You have to pay 100% of every single bill they have, every single nail appointment, every single Botox appointment, every single pedicure, every single expense. You have to shell out for 100% of it. And what do you get in return? You get a 9 o'clock p.m. Oh, I get not tonight. I have a headache. That's what you get. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Back to them.
Really?
Say, congratulations, you played yourself.
Women will never understand this idea that men just do not care. Men can date you've seen the video, the clip where the guy's, saying, I would date a McDonald's cashier. There are very, very small criteria that a woman has to meet in order to get the attention of a man, honestly, and it's not anything too crazy. Okay. The only problem is that whenever you tell women this, they get upset because they don't like when men have preferences. They don't like when men have boundaries. They don't like any of that kind of stuff. It gives them the ick. If you are actively trying to date, which I would recommend not doing that, especially online dating, and you'll see through some of these clips that we'll go over today, it's scary out there. It is scary because these women are waiting on you. All these women are waiting on you. Check out this next one.
All right, don't y'all be all mad at me when you see me out dating a 70-year-old man, okay? I gave plenty of guys my age chances, and all they did was fuck it up. So at this point, I'm done. I'm out. I'm doing what I need to do.
And all we can do is pray for her. But still, this is real shit.
And that this is something that is very common with women this age. They are in their they're in their 40s, late 40s, and they don't want to date these 40-year-old men. Or I say they don't want to date them. Let's just put it to you this way: they're unable to date these 40-year-old men because these 40-year-old men are dating women a lot younger than her. That's just the facts. These 40-year-old men out here that are well-to-do men, got a nice job, nice career, they've kind of set themselves up for success. They're going to be able to date a lot younger. They don't have to rummage around for these scraps anymore. They can actually go out and find what they want, because if you look on social media, it's a majority of the women that are just unsatisfied. They cannot find a man that they're attracted to. They cannot find a man that makes more than them. They cannot find a man that has time for them. They cannot find a man that doesn't play video games, which I'm making a video about that later. Trust me, that is just a wild, the idea that such a large majority of women just cannot stand a man having a little alone time to himself, which I'm not going to get into it in this video, but you'll see this a lot. You'll see women around this 40, maybe early 50 age range, and they are dating men that are way, way older than them, in their 70s. It's happening. It's happening out there, and it's not happening because these women are not satisfied dating these 40-year-old men. They're not able to date these 40-year-old men. These 40-year-old men are not trying to date this woman. And honestly, the men that would probably take her out on a date, some of the men in her age range that will probably take her out on a date and want to be in a relationship with a woman like this because she's not bad looking. You know, there are guys that are looking for women like this, 100%. She's not attracted to him. She's not attracted to him. She doesn't want anything to do with him. They're dusty. They give her the ick. They are low value, insecure, any type of words that these women want to spew out. They will classify these men, and then all the chads that they want to hook up with and get with, you know, they've already kind of passed her around. They're not interested anymore, and she can't get relationships out of them. It's the ultimate cope. She's not choosing to not date these 40-year-old men. She just does not have access to them anymore. They will not, I'm sorry for the jump scare, everyone. They will not even look her way. And then you have this individual right here. Let's see what this individual has to say.
Downside of being single at 39 is dating just seems exhausting rather than exciting anymore. On the upside, dating is so much easier because you know who you are so much more. So I was just talking on TikTok Live and someone asked me like, what are my no-goes for men and what do I want? And actually it's so much clearer because I know who I am and therefore I know what I'm looking for. And that makes it so much simpler.
What? What the fuck? Stop it. Get some help.
It does. This is something that I have heard over and over again by women in their 40s, women in their 30s, is that they know themselves so well now that in order for them to find a man that it's so easy. It's so easy for them to date, you know, that they know what they're worthy of. They know their standards. They know the men that they're looking for. Sweetie, I hate to break this to you, but dating is easy because you're not able to date. You aren't able to date. Your small pool of these men that you're trying to date are men that you are going to have to settle with. You're probably not going to be able to get the man that you want at this age, at age 40. Now, I don't know what she looked like in her 20s. She might have packed on the pounds later on. She might have had a few kids, and you know, it happens to a lot of women. They have a few kids in their 20s and 30s, and they kind of let themselves go. And it's sad to see. It really is sad to see that some guy is going to be trying to date this individual, and this is the mindset, you know. And we already know that if you see somebody like this, just turn and walk away. Don't even give your attention to these types of people. They are ruining their lives, and they want to take you down with them. And it is not. It's not gonna happen. Sorry for the jump scare, everyone. This is kind of a scary, scary video. Jeez Louise. I am is it Halloween already? All right. Let's go ahead and get this one over with.
Let's talk about dating and dating over 40. It is not an easy world out there. Trust me, I know. But it's so important that you know your value and what you bring to the table. You know, everyone comes into your life for a reason. Sometimes they were there to teach you a lesson. Sometimes they're meant to stay in your life. But take what it is that you learn from that experience and then carry it forward to your next experience. Don't repeat the same pattern over and over again. And don't be afraid to walk away from someone who doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Because at the end of the day, why settle for good when you can have great?
And there we have the words deserve. All these women think they know what they deserve, and nobody deserves anything. Okay, nobody is deserving of anything. If you are in this state, which I don't know how old this woman is, if you are at this age and you are still trying to get out there and date, just don't. Let's stop the madness. Let's stop the insanity. Okay, this is going to just be a very, very tough road for everyone involved. And again, you know, a lot of these women, they will actually not even seriously date a man unless they are completely attracted to him. So imagine that. Imagine this individual right here. She is trying to date, and she is only going to be putting people in her dating criteria as men that she is just overly attracted to. These men are not going to be taking her serious. Obviously, these men have a lot more options, a lot better options that are younger and more attractive. So these men are not going to pick these women. And I've seen it happen a few times where these guys will text them. You know, they'll send them text messages and they'll do something from a distance, something very lazy, but they're not going to go out with them unless she texts them and tells them to come over. It's just not going to happen. And then these women get back on TikTok and they have their dating stories, which every single woman on TikTok has some sort of dating adventure stories. And follow me as I traverse the online dating realm, and you can all my dating mishaps, and it's going to be a fun roller coaster of trauma or whatever they say. It is completely delusional. I'm not sure why sorry for the jump scare, everyone. I'm not sure why everyone is so in a hurry to turn 40 and then or in some of these women cases 50, 55, and then just jump right out there and start to date these random men again. Why? What value are you bringing into these men's lives? That one woman says she knows what she brings to the table. What do you bring to the table? What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? Seriously, I want to know what a woman like that brings to the table. If anybody has an answer to that question, please put it down in the comments. What would a woman like that previous woman, I closed out the window, I really don't want to see her face again, but what would a woman like that bring to the table? Because I personally can't think of anything. There's nothing that she can bring to the table that a man her age can't get from a woman that is 10, 15 years younger. They just don't, they don't see it. Absolutely don't see it. It's never too late. It's never too late to delete these TikToks, ladies. Okay? We've had enough discussions of women in their 40s looking for dating tips. Okay? There's you can read a novel of tips and it's not going to help you. That is the situation we're in right now.
Hey, so I have a question. I'm just kind of curious on what kind of the census is for men and women. And I'm curious even, is it different for men and women? When it comes to dating or, if you're considering dating, is it important for you to find somebody that you're extremely attractive to right off the bat? Or are you looking for somebody that, obviously I know somewhat of an attraction. It has to be a little bit of a draw. But is it more important to find somebody that has a lot of qualities that you're looking for, not necessarily some instant crazy fiery attraction? Because I feel like that is something that can grow. That's my opinion. I don't generally search for somebody that I'm oh my gosh, I want to, I don't know, rip their clothes up, whatever.
This is something else.
Women that blather on like this on TikTok have absolutely no idea what they're looking for. They are completely lost when it comes to trying to find someone romantically. Okay? It's just, I've seen so many of these types of clips where they're asking for advice of, other women and as she said earlier, men as well. How do you feel about being attracted to the person you're seeing? How do you feel about how attractive should they be? Look, to men, it really, I honestly think, and this is my opinion, this is how I have dated in the past, because I don't really date anymore. Men can kind of look past a lot of things. There are a lot of things that men look past that, in spite of those things, men still find these women attractive. Okay, that is just, any man will tell you that. Women, on the other hand, you could have this dude, he could be, 6'5", great shape, got the 6-pack abs, the good job, and he could walk funny, and that woman would be like, you know what, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? This is completely insane. Completely insane. I would like to ask this woman what happened to her husband. Was she attracted to him? What happened there? Whenever I see a woman like this, which I went through a few of her other TikToks, and she's a divorced mom, but I think her kids are grown or something. But what happened to all that? You get divorced? I think she got divorced. I don't know. I didn't watch a whole lot of her TikToks, but I think she got divorced. She looks like she's divorced. And look at this. You see this brick right here? That's some fancy stuff. Okay, so she probably got the house. And I'm just making assumptions here. Okay, I'm just making assumptions, but I will tell you about this whole attractiveness thing. I'll tell you about this woman that I dated, and this was a couple years ago. I personally found her attractive. She had an amazing body, and just to kind of give you a picture of the kind of body she had, if you've ever seen the show Modern Family, the blonde mom, exact same body type. Okay. The only thing, and I looked past this because it really wasn't a big deal to me, I still found her extremely attractive, is that she had a mole on her face. That was the only thing. The only thing. Everything else I thought was super attractive. I kind of think a woman would not look past something like that. A woman will find it very hard to date a man that has like a facial mole or something. I just don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. I've seen these women get into divorces because their husband is like balding, or their husband kind of got a little bit out of shape, or all this, and they're divorcing these men for this superficial stuff. And then again, I've seen men stay with their wives and they're like bedridden because they've eaten so much.
I feel like that's something attraction can grow based on the person that they are and who they are on the inside, and not based on just their aesthetic look. But I'm just kind of curious on what other people think, what do they look for? Are you looking for somebody that is just like gorgeous and like the rest doesn't matter? Or all of the above? Are you expecting them to be like the whole package, like excessively good looking, but, have a great humor, can be loyal, committed, emotionally intelligent, blah, 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 whatever. What does that look like? I don't know. What do you guys think? What is your preference? Men, women? I'm just kind of curious on what the sense is out there.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Okay, I'm done listening to this individual right here. I'm going to close out this video saying that I think for a lot of men, it really doesn't matter. I think they can look past a lot of physical things and still find women completely attractive. I think that this next generation coming up, I don't see it happening. I don't see these women being able to look past certain things and find these men, even if, like she said, even if these men are committed, even if they are loyal, hardworking, emotionally intelligent, whatever that means, which that really doesn't mean much because, as I've said in the past, women do not want to see men overly emotional. They do not want to see a man's negative emotions. They want a man that is going to show actually no emotions except for the good emotions. That they like the good emotions. They don't like the bad emotions. They don't want to see those bad emotions. From what I've seen on social media, yeah, it is going to take a lot for these women to find a man attractive and have something be wrong with him, because they're always going to look for that perfect guy. They want the perfect match, their perfect someone. Oh, well, that's not going to be my perfect someone because one of his fingers are longer than the other. My husband will be these women's husbands will have perfect fingers. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me comments down below. Like and subscribe with the video. This is my first video with my new PC. Let me know how it sounds and how everything looked. That is going to be the end of today's video. I'll catch you guys later. Ratboi out.